Hello, Mrs. Ontiveros. This is my then homework surveillance, and this is the presentation about. Well, uh, the first terms and conditions may apply. It be a documentary that leaves you thinking about how serious it can be to ignore the terms and conditions of any application. The surveillance that big companies have over us is enormous. Google, Facebook, Amazon, etc., have all our information guarded, and as the documentary says, the information obtained can be used to prevent illegal acts, and there is a huge risk because companies can misinterpret our searches or posts and accuse us with the authorities about illegal acts. Our privacy does not exist when we accept the terms and conditions of any company. Phones always listen to us and create algorithms according to our likes and dislikes to show us advertisements of what was mentioned. There should be more privacy and there should be regulation of the terms and conditions because the information that companies have can be sold, like the toy company mentioned in the documentary. Personal information gives power to companies because with customer data and their tastes, they can persuade and convince them to buy things they don't need. Or even worse, I don't know, uh, going through illegal stuff. Um, then we're going to the next part. Um, I understand that the United States went through terrorist attacks, but it does not give them grounds to investigate through the NSA, the National Security Agency, all people in the United States and other countries to prevent terrorist attacks. It should also be illegal to allow networks to give people's information to the government without authorization and to change the terms and conditions at any time without notice. Um, it is so important to take care of our personal information that when Edward Snowden gave confidential information of the CIA, he had to flee the country for a fear of being imprisoned or even worse, killed for revealing the existence of surveillance programs on the communications of millions of citizens around the world. Thanks to him, the public is more aware of its rights to privacy and has reacted by opposing mass spying. Governments cannot randomly search for evidence in our private communications before a crime is committed. It is a serious violation of our right to privacy, and it also limits freedom of expression as people will be less willing to communicate freely if they know they are being monitored. Then we're going to talk about Mexico. In Mexico, the situation is different from that one of the United States because the law states the following. The legislation contemplates those private communications may be tapped for security and justice reasons if it's by order of a judge, only for that reason, or it also provides that the authority may ask a licensee to locate a cell phone in real time, even without a court order, if it is linked to crimes against health, kidnapping, or extortion, or the victim's life is in danger. And this is established in the National Code of Criminal Procedures. This shows that our information can be used by the government if necessary, only if a judge authorizes it or if it is extremely necessary, as I mentioned. Then the final topic about I'm talking is the well, finally, after all the consequences of not reading the terms and conditions and allowing the violation of our information, we enter the talk of Shamat, the CEO of Social Capital, as we can see in the image, who talk about how important it is to be authentic and not be impressed by money or people who has it. The most interesting thing for me was that he said that we should not pretend to be geniuses. but to be good copiers, because imitating what is good in other people is what will make us better. There is there is also one thing that I don't agree with Shamat, because he said in the talk about going for the money and that's the way. He said that in the absence of capital, you are irrelevant. With capital, you are powerful and you are relevant. And for a business world, that is true, but not in the real world. And that's all of my homework. Thank you.